Betting.
We are live. Episode 100. I am your co-host Pisky, and I'm joined as always by the one and only Godfather.
Buongiorno. Congratulations, 100.
Wow. 100. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? I cannot. I'm starting it off. This is a party, folks. This is I don't know. We have quite a few guests lined up. I hope they all show up. I'm already getting messages from a few of them saying things aren't working. What is that, Negroni?
Yes.
Ah. How do you say cheers in Italian? Alessandro. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm hoping that everyone shows up. But right now people are having technical issues, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we can get everyone in here. But yeah, the goal of this episode is to just thank everyone for being a part of 100 episodes. Go through, talk about some highlights, talk about what annoyed us, talk about what's next for us. There's a lot of things to talk about. What about you, God? How are you, Godfather? Talk to the people, for Christ's sakes.
I'm fine.
You don't look fine. You're talking softly. Here we go. Now, what's wrong? What's wrong?
Nothing. All good.
I'm wearing the Always Betting t-shirt, by the way. I know there's been a few of you that have asked me numerous times, where do I get one of these? I'm in the process of making them available again. I'm wrestling with Wix because I'm starting a Pisky thingamajig website type of thing. It would only allow me to have one site live at a time, so people are like asking, like, how do I get this? Anyways, it's coming. Don't worry. You'll be able to purchase them on YouTube, and we're going to try to get a store there. Apparently you can do that. I saw that on the Kelsey's podcast, by the way.
Now people want to buy merch? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
People were saying that they want t-shirts, so I'm going to point them in the direction, but I don't know. Like I said a long time ago, the t-shirts, we need to sell 6 billion of them to make any type of profit, I think. Okay. Godfather's got his Negroni in his Pittsburgh Steelers cup. I'm trying to deal with some coordination here, but why don't you ready for our first guest?
Absolutely.
Godfather, can you see who's waiting?
No, I
on your end.
There's just me and you on this fucking screen.
Okay, well, this person has been a pillar of this podcast. He started it with me. I think over 50 episodes at least. Yeah, still crushing bookies down in Costa Rica. And
can only be one person.
There's only one person?
Can only
Let's
be
bring
one
him
person.
on. The Fulldog in the house.
What's going on, boys?
What's going on, Fulldog? Cheers, brother. Welcome to episode 100. Can you believe this?
Cheers,
No.
brother.
No.
Cheers.
Well, look at this, Fulldog. Right out of the gate, I'm going to show you something here. Boom.
That was episode 1.
That is episode 1, folks. August 18th, 2021. That's me and the Fulldog in a beautiful pool overlooking the whale tail in Uvita, Costa Rica. And that was just the photo shoot. We actually did episode 1 staring face to face in a kind of a dark room with
That's
no
a great photo. That's a great photo.
With no
Do we have to re-record that one? Yeah.
No, we were going to because we didn't like it. And then
Okay.
remember you came over to the condo and you're like, it's raw, but I like it. I dig it. I think we can work with this. And here we are almost 3 years later, still doing this shit. But yeah, crazy. What's new with you, Fulldog? How's things in Costa Rica?
Nothing much. Same old. Still grinding.
Still grinding away.
Yeah.
Good man. How was your season this year? Well, I know how part of it was because you're still dealing with bookies up here in the Great White North, and I've had to chase a few of them down for you. But yeah, how did the season go?
No, it was a good year. A little
Nice.
downtime now. Like, I'm not betting a whole lot, but right now. But once football starts again,
Dog days of summer. Do you do any MLB?
not a whole lot.
No, eh?
Just some weird grinding every now and then if I'm sitting in front of the computer.
How's
Nice.
the familia, brother?
Family's doing good.
Awesome. The rancho?
The rancho.
Yeah, well, your place there.
Oh.
Basically it's a resort.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Pisky got to see it.
Yeah, I gotta get myself down there.
Beautiful. The landscaping, everything. Oh, it's massive. And what about this new condo that we've added to the list, Fulldog?
Tomorrow we're actually going over there to measure shit out, and then next week we're having the furniture guy come in.
Nice.
Actually, I think I'm meeting the curtain people there tomorrow too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on. And things are looking good. You said there was a couple bruises in a few places when they.
Yeah, I have to coordinate with them to change the doors. And there was someone scratched like the whole front door, like right down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pain in the ass.
So they got to change the front door because I'm not dealing with that.
Yeah, you're a beast dealing with that stuff, and it's quite incredible. Speaking of this podcast, do you have any memories? Like, what do you think was the best episode that you were part of?
Well, the ones that we've recorded here, Victory Field.
Victory Field. Which one? Where was Victory Field?
Indianapolis.
The hot dog
after the
$1.
After the $1 hot
God.
That was a rough night.
That was a rough night. I think I was sick. Or were you sick? I think you were sick, weren't you, after the hot dog game?
Yeah, I was. Terrible.
Yeah.
But Fulldog just takes care of business. He did what he had to do, and then was ready to roll.
Yeah.
That's it. And I think we ended up hitting a AAA baseball game, which was nice. Always cashing checks. The Fulldog, that's what he does.
That's what he does.
That was a fun one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that one was
Great
pretty
road
good too.
trip.
Yeah, we're all together, and fuck, we spent a lot of time in that goddamn Jeep. Listen to this. I brought the Jeep in for the first time to do some maintenance last week. But like since we went to Vegas. So the dealership at Chrysler's, they're like, okay, yeah, what do you have, like 40,000 kilometers on that?
Yeah,
now?
okay.
And then I chuckle. I'm like, no, actually 72. They're like, what? Like, yeah, my buddies and I kind of took it around North America. Great.
Toronto to Vegas, Vegas to BC, across Canada. Yeah.
Incredible. That'll never be replicated, that road trip, I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
Once in a lifetime.
Try, but no, that was too good.
Are you going out to the desert in the summer, Fulldog?
I'm going out in July for sure. I'm not sure if I'm going to make Bet Bash yet, but I'm going to be out there for the first 2 weeks of July.
Oh, yeah? Ooh,
what's that,
El
Summer
Scorcho.
League?
El Scorcho. NBA Summer League, and I'm probably playing the main event, WSOP.
Oh, you're doing the poker thing.
Poker action.
Yeah.
Nice. Where were you guys? You just did a poker trip.
Yeah, we just went out to Panama, me and Bean, to play the LAPT.
Nice. I can see Bean backstage right now. He's on next with us, so I'll dig into that with him. Yeah.
What?
Wicked's there as well. He's doing a dance for me right now. Jesus Christ, we got the whole crew here.
Latin American Poker Tournament.
Oh, cool.
Was there a lot of people at that?
Not really, no. It would have did. It would have did way better if they had it here in CR.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was maybe like the main event got what, like 300 or something, 270.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the weather like in Panama at this time of year?
It's always hot there.
Always hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you used to go there, didn't you? Used to do like a little bit of work there or something like that?
used to have to go every 2 weeks, like when I first moved down this way.
Oh shit!
Because
And
it was we were all doing a rotation because nobody wanted to be there.
no one wanted to be in Panama.
Yeah, because it was too hot, so we were literally rotating. Everybody would come back to CR for a few weeks and then go back.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's back in the BetUS days. Like, what year is that? That was way back.
When did I move down here? 2007? No. Yeah, something like that. 2007, I moved down.
Nice.
So, probably
Nice,
around
yeah.
then.
I remember, I remember your stories that you would tell me that you'd like just walk to the store and come back and have to basically wring your shirt out.
Oh,
bad.
wow. That was
Yeah,
hot.
humidity, right?
Yeah.
Humid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. Nice. So, other than that, any other plans in the summer, Fulldog? Or just down to Vegas, pretty much?
That was the only one, unless I end up making it up to Bet Bash.
Okay. Yeah, Bet Bash,
Nice.
August 5th to the 10th, I believe. The Godfather and I will be there. I just still have to book our accommodations. We got the tickets, though. Good to go. You excited, Godfather?
Yeah, sure.
Since you got him going out there, you're going to make him go in Survivor this year?
Yeah, you know what? I don't want to let the cat out of the hat too much because we got to talk about this because this has been a lot. Like 100 episodes is a lot, but
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe in the new year, instead of that bingo machine, it's going to be me and you know who having to come up with a consensus 5 picks a week.
There's no way me and you are going to agree on
should-
5 anything.
You should film you trying to agree with them on 5 picks.
That's what I mean. No, that might be that might be the next evolution of this podcast. Those will be our 18 episodes for the football season, and 10 minutes on the clock. We got to come up with 5 picks. Me against the Godfather.
The Fulldog already knows this is not going to work. So, anyway.
I mean,
It'll be fun
we
to
have.
watch.
Yeah, we have some discussions to have, but I think that would be entertaining. And could you imagine if like we went on a heater or something like that? Like it probably won't happen. We'll probably go the other way. But imagine the heater and then the pressure with the Godfather.
Survivor. Oh, my gosh.
But no, No, that would be in the Circa Millions. We're
Oh.
5 picks a week. The Survivor, I don't know.
Tough stuff. That's for sure.
Yeah, really, really tough stuff. But anyways, we'll see. We have a lot of time to figure that out, and that's what the off season is for: is to recalibrate and figure it all out. Yeah, yeah.
That's
All right,
cool.
my man.
Yeah, it was good seeing you guys, and congrats on episode 100. And
Thank you, and congrats to
Cheers.
you, brother. You were here for more than half of it, and I know everyone loved the Fulldog episodes. I still to this day get messages about them. Where's the Fulldog? We need the Fulldog back. We need his insight, and yeah, I couldn't have done this without you, brother. So
100%.
I appreciate you as well.
all right, peace.
All
Keep
right,
crushing, brother. Keep crushing.
later, Fulldog. Thanks for popping in, bro. Boom. All right. One down, and
That's a
more
great
to go.
start off person.
yeah, the Fulldog, man. He's part of this. This is as much
Your
mine and
hermano.
yours than it is his. So yeah,
Oh,
shout out to
100%.
the Fulldog, and that's really nice that he was able to pop on. I haven't seen him in a while, so it's
yeah,
good to see
for
him.
sure. That's great.
All right, Godfather. Our next guest hails also from Costa Rica, so we're really doing a Central American kickoff here. This particular guest has been our most popular guest, so I think I've obviously been on every episode. Godfather, I think you're in the 70s, so like 75 mark, if my calculations were correct. The Fulldog's been on 50 plus, and this individual was on 6 different episodes.
Oh.
Our most popular guest, again from Costa Rica. Do you know who it is?
Well, I think you let the cat out of the bag a little bit. It's Mr. Bean.
There we go. Yes, sir.
Yay!
Hey,
go.
hey, he's got the jersey.
¿Qué pasa, amigo?
How are you guys? My sound is good or
Yeah.
Sounds fantastic, bro. Welcome to episode 100.
can you imagine 100 episodes, you guys? That's
No.
incredible. Congratulations.
Thanks, bro. Thanks,
How's
bro.
it going?
Again,
How's it going, hermano? How's it going?
Thanks for the invitation. It's an honor, and man, I mean, what an accomplish, Mr. Pisky doing this. Only
we made
shows
it
me that goals are good to
ach-
to
achievable.
achieve,
Yeah.
achievable, correct?
Yeah.
And to Mr. Mirabelli, well, what an accomplish to support this guy too.
Yeah,
For that
you know,
episode. I know it's your other son, so it's all good.
it's all good.
But
Yes,
please,
precisely.
please, 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 can you make more espresso reviews? That will help a
Yeah.
lot for it. So
That's
like
Yes.
they will make my day. Like if I get to wake up in the morning and I get to see one espresso review from you, oh man, make
yes.
my day.
I
Make my
I
day.
like it.
So cheers for that. I have my
Imperiale.
Imperiale, yes.
See.
it says 100 on the beer.
Oh.
What
That's
100
amazing. How
year
did you get that?
You know
Yeah,
what?
I think
There goes
what
Diego again. Numerology number one.
me and
Always
my
a connection with Diego for sure.
I love it,
so
bro.
good.
How's Tati?
Everything is good.
Yeah.
And super happy in my country. Pretty much in the next days, I'm gonna be moving out to my new house. So it's gonna be,
Oh, congratulations!
you're welcome here. It's gonna be it's a nice place. I'm far away from the city, but I'm ready to go. So
Closer to Hako or the other direction?
totally opposite.
Totally.
Totally opposite. I'm not a beach
Oh,
guy, remember?
yeah, too hot. Bean doesn't like the heat.
Yeah. But yeah, no, perfect. It's good. How come my camera has to be in this angle? There you go.
Yeah, it's a
So
little trickery with the video. I don't think we
no,
ever had you on
On a
on a
video.
video episode. The last
it's my
30
first
have been in video. Yeah.
YouTube. Can you imagine what are you guys doing to me? But
It's about time
I'm
you made
really,
your debut on
I was
YouTube. Yeah.
I was so pumped that I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take out the original merch. So
Yes.
That is the original, yes. And again, I'm working on getting these available for purchase, everyone. So be patient with me. I know it takes forever with all the shit that I promise you guys.
Diego,
how
when
come
we
it's
came down to Costa Rica and Pisky had this 6 foot long duffel bag full of always betting merch.
yes.
I thought I was gonna visit a Costa Rican jail before a Costa Rican beach. I was so happy to get out of the airport, man.
I was so happy that I kept like 20 t-shirts.
You're like the Fulldog. It's your complete wardrobe, right? Always betting everything.
Give it to me, I'll give it to my friends, I'll give it to my other people in here. So
Yeah.
it's funny. Sometimes you'll see people walking in the street with some always wearing t-shirt.
Come
Come
on.
on. Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we did give quite a
Well,
few
how
away
many
at
years this was, how long this was done? Freaking like three,
Um
4 years ago?
20,
yeah, it was right.
When
2021.
you guys when you
No,
guys came from the Super Bowl?
yeah, it was the Super Bowl party. That's what it
Yeah.
was. So that would have been 2019 because it was pre-pandemic.
2019.
The
yes,
party
sir.
that shut down the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, we
that's
gave
right.
away so many clothes to a lot of people. So trust
I
me,
know.
people were
Oh yeah.
nice.
Yeah, all different kinds with sweaters and tank tops, and yeah, that was good times. That was really good
The hoodies
times.
are the best ones.
What's that?
The hoodies, the one with the hoodies are the best
Oh,
ones.
the hoodies.
Yeah, that was good
Yeah.
quality too. I have to admit.
Not all of them. Do you remember me freaking out in the OLG office,
Yes, of
Godfather?
course. Well,
Because
Why is that?
that was
they-
a
they-
shade of gray you didn't like or something.
they weren't printed properly, and there was
Oh, yeah.
like, yeah, it wasn't. Some of them were printed properly, and I remember I told Tati to send me a picture, and she like measured with her fingers like the space between the lettering because I was freaking out about it.
Oh man.
Oh man, Bean, tell us about Panama. How did you
Panama,
do?
yeah. It was a nice training camp for poker. Me and the Fulldog. We have fun
Mm.
for the week for a weekend. No, more than that, 4 or 5 days, and it was pretty cool. Except especially for me, like that's one of my other passions that I have. And playing live, which is really different, just playing online, make make it makes the challenge worth it. Get to
Okay.
sit down and play with South Americans, crazy fuckers, Brazilians, Argentinians, Dominicans, whatever.
Oh man.
So no, it's great. Open my eyes that fuck, man, I can grind this as well because, like I said, I love doing it, but pretty much, I always try to keep low profile. I'm always playing online,
Mm.
but you know what? The money is also in the street. So if you want to take a chance, you gotta freaking go and play live too.
What do you prefer,
And
online or in person?
has to be for me because I did it I've been doing it so many years online that when I cannot say it. I mean, I will say online now, but I mean, now that I
But
just
you
did
never
that, and
know.
I'm
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so what? I wanna freaking keep watching faces and their line patterns and everything, and it's
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 another
funny. I mean,
level, isn't it? Yeah.
it's the best sport ever for me, because you get to see the personalities of the people.
Okay.
It's just that. It's like, are you lying to me, or you have a good hand, or is this bullshit? Or you have a lot of money and you don't
Bullshit. It's
care.
always bullshit.
Oh yeah, 80% is bullshit. 20% is freaking. Oh, you have a good hand. Yeah, it's really hard to make a fucking hand. So all those factors, every time, like for example, for Fulldog mentioned you want to go there and try, give it a shot. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Amazing.
And I know it's gonna keep going now. Every time I can, give it a shot. I heard he's going to WSOP, right? So
Yeah, in
good.
in in Vegas.
He-
What's your
he's-
favorite Vegas casino to play poker at?
Well, I played few times in that Planet Hollywood, and I was so close to win one tournament that stays in my heart. I know
Yeah.
it's shitty place now compared to whatever, to the area, to the Veneto. I mean the Venetian.
Yeah, yeah,
Venetian, we
yeah.
were close to win a big one, but dude, from I don't even know when was the last time we went there. I know now it's different places. So,
Yeah, no, it's been a long time, and I have
but
one
like I
more
was
thing.
saying, like if we know that the Fulldog is going and is gonna try main event in next month, we need a piece of that action because
Yeah.
you never know. It's one of those games that
Yeah.
everybody can be happy, especially him and us.
And
So
yes, and he said
you never,
he's doing he's gonna take a look at NBA Summer League again. You remember doing those summers?
Mm.
the
Boiling
beginning of
hot
my
in Vegas, cooking eggs on our sidewalks. Like
Can
we
you
actually tried
imagine?
that.
We tried that. It didn't work,
Yeah.
but it was
Yeah.
100 degrees.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
100 degrees.
It's
We put an
crazy.
egg on the sidewalk.
Yeah. NBA Summer League. All right,
Wow.
And
bro.
then
Wicked's. I can see Wicked waiting. He's next.
is
But
next?
one more thing. Are you still player profiling? You don't have to say the name of the website.
No.
You're not
Oh,
doing
for
it
sure.
anymore.
That's my that's our top secret. That's my angle. But no, I've been doing this. I'm
Mm.
helping. Well, working. Well, they're helping me pretty much.
Well, no, no.
Profiling.
You're helping them because you're a professional at what you do. But from the Godfather and I, we want to put a request in with you if that's okay. So again, we're not going to say the name of the website, but I know what it is, and I want you to maybe next time you come across a lot of Mexican baseball, I want you to turn a blind eye, and I don't want you to do anything about it. What do you think?
Dude,
Can we set that up?
I get to see this crazy now that the board is getting drier, and there's nothing much
Oh,
left.
it's dry.
But now you get to see a lot of action on college baseball totals, and then you get to see the WNBA is starting to rise. I get to see a lot of good plays in first half WNBAs, which makes sense too. And also in whatever the regular markets in baseball, I get to see now these first 5 innings totals. A lot of bunch of people. I mean,
Doing weird
because I'm in,
shit.
I'm in this credit shop that I get to see at least, I don't know, I could say 5,000, 10,000 customers, and then I get to profile them. But I know for sure all these different groups of people that they're just hammering this weird shit. So if Mirabel, if you get to get some college baseball insight, I can refer some totals that I'm looking around here.
Okay,
But
we'll keep
there's,
that
there's
in
weird shit
mind.
going on. There's weird shit going on, and it's a pleasure. I mean, it's all about this. I know that's gonna help me now in high season to strengthen our angles because I get to see weird shit now. It's
Oh, for
amazing.
sure. For
Cool.
sure. All right, bro. We're going to let
Good.
you go. Hey, well, I guess you should say hi to this guy first. Hey, there we go. We got both of them on here.
We're going from royalty to royalty to royalty. Oh.
What's going on, Wick? All right, Bean. Thanks for coming on, bro. Or unless you want to
Thank you
say
guys
us.
for everything. Amazing. 100 episodes achieved. And I can't wait
Thank
to be
you.
in that 200 episode. Why not? Because
Why
if you
not?
already reach 100,
Yeah, that's the new goal. Well, we'll see, man. That's a lot of work.
see.
Well, but we'll see. We'll see. Never say never.
Or 100 espresso reviews. Who knows? But
Yeah.
any
That's what the
content
off
you guys
season is
pull-
for.
Any
Good-
content you guys pull off, it's gonna be worth it. So
Good luck
congratulations.
with the
and
poker, buddy. Good luck with the poker.
Let's
Peace,
do
bro.
it. Let's do it. Bye.
Ciao.
Wick.
Wicked. Oi. Look
I
at
mean,
that.
that's-
Look
wow,
at the breeze.
Wow,
Drew.
like these two guys you just had before me, those are my heroes, bro. Those are master profilers, bro.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
You three make up the triple axis. That's for sure.
Well, yeah. How does it feel that we're all your proteges?
I mean,
Right.
it's amazing to watch. I've been watching. I watched Fuller. I was watching you guys talk, and I'm
Okay.
watching. I'm just like at awe at what has come from everything, right? From one little like Route 138 type of thing, you know, like, and we're all kids, like, and I remember, I remember you guys started learning this stuff, and now you guys are seriously like, some of the best in the world, to be honest.
Well, yeah, that's crazy to think of it like that. We're pretty damn humble, but yeah, and it's strength on both sides of the counter because of everything we learned starting, like you said, at Route 138, Ganawage, Quebec, Costa Rica,
What a journey.
Châteauguay, Quebec. Unbelievable.
What a journey, Wicked. What a journey.
It's incredible. Congrats, guys, on the 100th episode. That's
Thank
amazing.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Salud.
Ara salute, absolutely. Ara salute.
Salud.
I love it, bro. Thank you for coming on. And yeah, welcome to episode 100. Looking through my my scribbly notes here. You came on 2 episodes. First one was with the Fulldog and I, episode 11. So super early on, you came on and you told us your stories. Yeah, 11. Told us your stories about how you trained us, how you got involved with sports betting. Fantastic episode. And I got to tell you, dude, episode 93, Secrets from a Pro Bookmaker. I get DMs about that at least once a week. Saying
No
this
way.
wicked guy, yeah, especially with
lots of positivity
Wow,
came out
that's
of
nice.
that.
yeah,
That's nice. Yeah.
like people recommending it to beginner sports bettors. So that's kind of like who I feel like I'm like in the process of helping. You know what I mean? I don't think I can really speak to the sharps because they're just on another level with the mathematics and everything and. But people just coming into the industry because it's blowing up here in Canada, the United States. I think I have a lot to offer in that regard. I am Pisky Positivo. I make people feel really good most of the time. But yes, a lot of the people have reached out and said, especially when you were talking about like what some of the most successful bettors on the planet hold in terms of ROI. People are like that just blows their mind. They're like, we need more Wicked episodes. So.
Hey, I mean, I had so much fun, and to be honest, I really think it's very refreshing to have people on both sides who are actually friends, right? So
Yeah.
so we're when we're talking, we're actually talking, right? And I think it's very refreshing when Pisky, I seen him in Costa Rica with Bean, and we opened up my laptop, we were watching some of the action, some of the stuff, and I was showing them some of the stuff like how I do this or why I do this, and from the betting side, it was this whole different angle that they were telling me, and that was new to me and refreshing to me as well.
Yeah.
So I think I would love to do more episodes where we could talk about like do little things where we could like maybe help out in some of this for the gamblers, so you can get an idea of what's happening,
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, bro. And we talked about this when we were at your house just chilling a few months ago. That's exactly it. Like, I would say something and then you would be like, "Oh my God, I've never looked at it like that." And then you would say something, I'm like, "Oh man, I forgot that that's how it worked," or "I had no idea that's the way it worked." But yeah, and that's kind of the way I think. Again, we need to take a break. It's been a lot trying to pump one of these out every single week, trying to come up with new
It's
things to
rough.
talk
I
about.
know it's
It's a
rough.
lot. Yeah, you've done podcasts, right?
Yeah.
So you know what goes into it, man. There's a lot of heavy lifting involved that a lot of people don't realize. They think we just come up with this shit naturally, which is not entirely accurate. But yeah, going forward, I really want to. Well, first and foremost, we got to be betting. As long as we're betting, I think we'll be talking.
Yeah.
But I would love to condense it. So instead of making the episode 5 subjects long with different, you're all over the place, I'm thinking just short. Hey, we're going to talk about this one subject. Let's do it. It's all meat. Yeah, exactly. It's all meat. It's half an hour long. Beautiful. Bing, bang. It's out and done with. Same with stories as well. Instead of telling 15 stories, maybe just come on and tell one story, and that's just an episode. And it makes it easier because
It is a lot of, it's really good. Yeah, they have definitely had a lot of fun, and there's it's such a like uncharted universe. The whole communication between both sides, right? We're always trying to keep information away from each other. Me, from the beginning of time, I've felt like we should share more information in general, and I think that actually us, the bookmakers, would have bigger advantages if we did this. And we're the ones that keep things most quiet. We don't trust other guys in other books. We don't trust nobody with anything, right?
Yeah.
But if we could share some of the information, then we might have a chance. Because like I said, at the end of the day, when you're bookmaking, if you permit these sharps to come in and get actual limits and chunks, you're done. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter that there's 97% public. That 3% sharp means a lot.
Yeah.
And it keeps growing every year because there's more and more information. People are becoming better gamblers, right? We have to become tighter in our lines. We start to see that there's value places we didn't know there was value. I mean, like I said, these guys are our teachers, right? So we let them continue to like decipher things, and it keeps us sharper as well, right?
Do you think that you're saying there's more and more sharps that are coming through, like the ranks and whatnot, and they're starting to pop up in new places? Do you think that has something to do with sports books increasing their menus?
Definitely. I mean, definitely. You're vulnerable to minor markets, softer markets, and sometimes some of these soft markets seem to be fine, but they're really not, right? And these guys know they're not, and they're taking advantage. So you might go out and try to see how off you are, and you aren't off. You are at the right number. It ended even worse, but the results are coming their way. And that's because the data and information a sportsbook has on major sports is very, very different than what amount of data information we'll get from minor sports, right? So like I can take certain decisions on certain stuff, take bigger bets because I am very aware of as much as I can about what's going on. Meanwhile, there's certain situations that are going on in hidden areas of the world. We have no TVs there. We don't know what the delay is. Other people have other information, and they can send information from that place directly to anywhere in the world immediately and hit any book that they need. So all these little minor sports are being attacked. And when we go out and try to profile players, that's one of the first things we'll see. Well, what is the percentage of main sports and the percentage of minor sports that he's playing? And that already will tell me something, like somebody Mirabelli might know about that, right?
Don't look. I was just about to say, don't look at my account.
and then other things like even that people might not even think, but like even periods, like the amount of people that bet a full game NBA compared to the amount of people that bet the first half, it's crazy. I mean, the drop is monstrous, right? You wouldn't expect it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then from first half to first quarter, it's another chunk, right? So you might have 1,000 bets on the full game, but you might have 30 bets on the first quarter. I mean, it's two different worlds, right?
Yeah.
So if you're coming in playing max limit on the first quarter total, you're gonna be noticeable, right? Because
Right.
small amount of people. I mean, it doesn't feel like it should be. You feel like it's first quarter NFL,
But it's still the quarter, right?
yeah,
And they're
that's
just not.
the people themselves choose what not to play a lot. that public.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
whoever does it, it's a tell, right?
Yeah, for sure. What would you say? Like, you don't have to say the exact number, but you mentioned the ratio between kind of obscure shit versus regular normal shit. Would you say, like, how many obscure bets can you get away with without setting off like the fire alarm in the building?
Sounds like one.
Yeah, you'll get caught right away on the first ones, to be honest. But we'll give you a time and chance for you to prove us wrong, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
But yeah, it starts that. I mean, we already know that there's already techniques. We already know that there's guys that come in and they play a little casino at first, right?
Oh, that trick doesn't work.
People do that?
Shit.
People do that?
Everything works until it stops working, right? Until I find it.
It was okay until it wasn't.
God damn it. I've been doing, you know what? Wick, we have a bit more time here because our next guest seems to have been caught up or something like that, so we can keep going here. But I started doing that because I was red hot at a credit shop that I play at, and I do not want to lose this account. It's reduced juice, which is very rare these days to find accounts that have reduced juice.
Yeah.
And especially during low season, it's like you gotta mix it up. There's not as much NFL. I can't just slam a Monday Night Football game just because. Yeah. So I did exactly that. I'm like, okay, I guess it's time to play some person-to-person poker. So I don't know where these places are set up. I'm gonna assume they look like they're Costa Rican women. But there's some very attractive women that stand in front of the camera and they pretend that they're talking to you. And I'm there playing $25 a hand on blackjack, just trying to look like the biggest degenerate going. But if you're telling me, I think I have a better chance of that working at a credit shop than I do perhaps a public post-up place. Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And in general, post-up is going to be tougher because literally it's their money, right?
Yeah.
And when you work in these credit shops, you try your best to let them know, if this is trouble or not. But most agents don't care, most agents don't care. So
especially if they see something like that, because they're not a trained professional like someone like you, right? Yeah. So they see casino like. You're like, well, let me look a little deeper into this. Is this just like a masking agent? You know what I mean?
Yep.
But for an untrained guy, like, I'm not proud of it, but I've had to do some collections at various places and parts of junctures of my career of underground. I don't know. I don't want to say organized crime, but I just did. I don't know. I don't know for certain, but it kind of gave me those vibes. And you walk in there and you're expecting. I love the Godfather. I watch a lot of The Sopranos, and I think they're very smart individuals. But man, I don't know. I've walked into a few of these places in real life, and they're not like they're perceived in the movies. That's for sure. I wouldn't say the sharpest tools in the shed. Very sketchy. I don't recommend it to anybody, but. From what I've seen in that, they would get so excited about a casino player. There's no way they're sniffing out and going, "Oh, I think this is a shark just trying to throw us for one."
But Pisky, a couple years back, that would have worked, right? Like we've learned. Like I said, look, when I started back in like late '90s, early 2000, it was funny because we had our instant action, where the bets are coming in, monitors one by one. And they all had it like set up to $500. They didn't want to see any bet before, smaller than that didn't really matter. So one day I just dropped my thing to like $4.99. like $1, and you start
Okay.
seeing all these sharp guys that knew that they would never be even looked at if they bet under 500, and they were literally betting 499 max limit they could get without being reported on, right?
Oh, okay.
And then I just found a batch of new guys that were just, for a while playing right under the radar. So things that work are that you have to revisit them and recheck because, they get reused and there's just countless separate type of angles, right? And this game will never end.
They get recycled, don't they? Wicked, right? Those
They
little
do
angles, for sure.
They do because they're good ideas, right? And then they just have to find ways to perfect them and hide them. And I mean, I have much respect for this type of action, these type of players, And it's not easy. It's a lot of work,
You don't have to tell me that. I've been doing this my entire life.
And you do all that work, you do all that stuff, and then 2 days later you run into me after all that. And I'm like
the buzzsaw, exactly. And then you got to start all over. I wanted to ask you something, Wick. Again, we've never on this podcast we've never mentioned the actual sports book that you work for, but someone did reach out and they were talking about going into a particular website, and they wanted to know about bonuses. Do you find, again, without mentioning the name of the site that you're with, do you find a lot of quote unquote bonus whoring happening at your book?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But this has always been a problem from the beginning because
I remember that back in Ganawage, it was a problem.
That's their marketing angle, right?
Yeah.
And if you do that, great, you're gonna get a lot of players, but you attract the wrong players as well. It's like putting out some honey, right? And some of these killer bees are gonna be coming by, and that's trouble. So you have to, if you're gonna do stuff like this, you gotta make sure you run a tight profiling department. That has to be your number one base, right? And that way you can work through it. You're still gonna get hit, but you're gonna learn a lot of stuff. And I feel like I've never been on board on the fact of not booking sharps because then you cut yourself out of that information, right? And there's a lot of people that be like, just why are we booking them? Let's just get rid of them. And what I tell them is you don't know you're booking them because you kicked them out. So, how could you learn or identify if you don't find them, right? So I believe you let them play, respect. I'll give you a decent limit if I can, and give me the information first. Then it'll be worth something to me, and then I won't mess around so much with you, But then I make you guys compete against each other. Because, if the other guy comes in first, I'll move the line. And then, all you guys have to be faster. I get the line first, and I got the sharpest book, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly. And there's a famous quote that I remember from the first bet bash that I went to. Deal with me or you're going to deal with me, right? So I think it's there's another one about knowing your enemies or something like that too, where it's better to know that, hey, this is the Godfather. We know he's got ties all over the sports betting industry, and he's very sharp, and you got to watch him. It's easier to identify him and sort of, again, learn from him, and maybe he points out certain areas of your sports book that are weak, than just kicking him out right away, and now all of a sudden the one Godfather account becomes 10 with different beards from everywhere because he senses weaknesses, and now you got a bigger problem on your hands.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Bigger monster. I mean, I know this guy Mirabelli, right? He gets up at 3 a.m. to pick up pictures for his fantasy baseball.
Oh my God!
I've been checking out data.
Sleep. I don't go to sleep. So yeah, I mean, anyway.
Yeah, dude, I'm glad you're witnessing that because he's been doing this in fantasy football since the dinosaurs, since he used to play fantasy dinosaurs.
Hey,
yeah.
Respect. That's good.
But
it works.
Yeah, he's very dedicated. You got to keep your eye on him because he finds these little loopholes. And I've been writing Yahoo for better part of a decade, to put in blocks with this guy. But It hasn't happened yet. I don't know.
Fantasy baseball. Jesus, Murphy.
All right, Wick, we got our next guest here. I see him just checking in here. This is going to be a really good one. One of our favorites that have been on so far. But dude, thank you very much for coming on with us. You stayed some extra time. I really appreciate that. Give our best to Carrie and Nick.
Yes,
tell them
please.
we love them very much.
Familia.
And yeah, thanks for doing this, bro. And I can't wait to share some more knowledge with everyone and you in the near future.
All right, big ups. Love you guys. Respect.
Always a pleasure, brother, hermano.
God bless.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on here. Boom. Okay, Godfather. Now
Wicked's the best. That's
he's the man. He's the man. Okay. Give me 5 minutes here because we had a scheduling conflict, so now they're both sitting backstage. So I gotta here. We'll bring in this. So this next guest is been a fan favorite on the podcast. Everyone loved this episode. It's our second most listened to episode of season 3, and this gentleman hails from Blackhawk, Colorado, I think it is right now. We got the TBone in the house.
How you guys doing, man?
Yes, sir. Yes,
How's it
sir.
going?
Oh, good. I just got up here to Blackhawk. Happy Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial Day to you too, buddy. Yes.
Everything working here?
Everything's good. Yeah, very good,
All
man.
right,
Very good.
I was having problems and literally just the earpieces started working, so that's good.
On the casino floor, I love it, TBone. You're the
Thank you.
You're in your office.
Yeah, I got some free play to pick up here, so hopefully
Good
we
stuff.
here today.
Welcome to episode 100. Thank you for popping in. Like I said, one of your episode was one of the favorites by the crowd that watches us. And dude, I got something. What do you think?
Oh, look at that. Happy
Happy
dad.
dad.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So this is for you, my friends. Cheers.
Yeah,
Cheers.
man. Happy Memorial Day to you guys. I haven't got a drink yet. They don't
Good.
have
All
Happy
good.
Dad. They don't have Happy Dad here at the casino either, so I wouldn't be able to show that.
T-Bone, you are a promotional wonder person. Let me tell you.
Hey, man, when people give you Rolex watches, man, you start wearing hats and shirts, man, when you go to the casino, right?
Yep.
Is that from your buddy Steve Will Do It?
Yeah, Steve will do it. Gifted me the $15,000 Hulk Rolex, man, from Timepiece Trading in Miami. You guys ever looking for a good watch? Contact Neil at Timepiece Trading. You guys want to talk about promos? let me cut another one. Hey, Canadians, you guys got
That's
Roobet,
awesome.
man. Roobet is the best online casino anywhere. And if you sign up using Steve Will Do It, you'll get all kinds of promotions and stuff. So one word, Steve Will Do It, Roobet. Canadians, come on, sign up. And then follow Steve on Twitter and give out your Roobet username, and he gives away all kinds of money. It's crazy. I've seen him do it in Nicaragua. He's just scrolling and just like, this guy, $1,000. Scroll, this guy, 500. This guy, and I've seen him do like up to like $5,000 for people and stuff. We're just sitting there just drunk, just.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing,
I
bro.
wish it was in America because I would be using it, but I actually have a Roobet account, but yeah, I had some money in it. I tried to cash it out, and like they're asking me like I need a utility bill from like Mexico or Canada or something, which I could probably figure out. I have an old lease. I leased a house in Mexico. I could just change some dates, Microsoft Word that thing, and figure it out. But it was like $900, so it's that point of like, do I want to really go through that? I'm like, next time I go to Mexico or whatever, I'll try to run it up to $5,000, and then I'll jump through some hoops and catch out.
It looked
But
like
if
you
you're
really
Canadian,
you really enjoyed yourself in Nicaragua.
Yeah, that was pretty insane. That was kind of a trip of a lifetime, to be honest with you. Flying
Beauty.
private planes and stuff, and being part of Steve Will Do It's video is pretty insane. I don't know how many views that thing got, but 10, 20 million views. Like people do recognize you from that and shit. To like just hanging out in the casino, they're like, "Oh, that's that guy Steve gave a Rolex to." It's like, yeah, salesman. Here it is.
Dude, that is amazing. Honestly, I love watching your adventures. Like
Yeah.
you are an inspiration to me as an aspiring content creator. I see you posting constantly. It's great content. It's interesting content. You're going to games all the time. You're going to fights. You're all over the casino. It's don't stop is what I'm saying. Don't
Yeah.
stop, TBone, because I'm telling you, it's quality and it's going somewhere. So make sure you keep pressing on it. My question to you though is, how did you meet this Steve guy?
Actually, he was in Cabo like a year ago. I saw that he was streaming. I was like 100 miles away in the past. I saw he was streaming at the hotel in Nobu. I actually had like a case of Happy Dad with me because when I went down to Mexico, I always like bring a bunch of American stuff you can't buy down there, like Mountain Dew, Code Red, and like some other stuff you can't buy down there. So, like, I knew I was going down there for a month, so I stocked up on stuff. I drove all the way from Denver down there, and basically, yeah. So I seen him down there, so I knew like if I showed up at the pool with some Happy Dad, we'd probably hit it off, you know.
Yes.
And so I went down there, and sure enough, and I had some good weed too. Like that was always good. Yeah, like, and the other thing is he's a gambler, you know, and like gambling people just get together, you know. And I started telling him about Advantage Machine stuff that he was really interested in, and you know, and now I'm interested in what they do, you know. Like a lot of Steve got famous from drinking and smoking, but you know, like Aiden Ross, he got famous from streaming video games. And now a lot of these video game streamers are streaming for these online casinos like Roulette and Stake, and those are the main two, anyways. But you know, that's
Okay.
what's kind of interesting me, you know, doing some streaming stuff and
Yeah.
gambling, and you know, and then like you got Vegas Matt too that just does the YouTube itself, and I've been able to meet him. He's a really nice guy. He's following me on Twitter and stuff too. And
That's
you know,
awesome,
those guys
man.
are really sharp slot guys too. Like,
Oh yeah,
we were exchanging a lot of info, yeah. And
that's
just
that's
know,
super
they know
cool.
a lot of the same stuff I know.
And who's that other guy that you hang out with? He always takes off his shirt, and he was on the Tom Brady roast. Guy with the beard, the comedian. I've seen him in a couple of your posts. I didn't know who he was. I'm like, that's one of T-Bone's buddies.
I'm not sure, but there's the Donald Trump impersonator, Scoop. Jason.
Oh my God! I started following him. He's hilarious. That guy.
Yeah,
I watch
he's
him on
hilarious.
TikTok all the time.
He's blowing up right now too. Like
That's amazing.
Hopefully Trump wins the election, and that'll help him out some more, I'm sure.
Awesome, man. Are we gonna see you in August?
I'm not sure yet. You know, just a lot of things going crazy right now. Like, so like if I get asked to go to Nicaragua or something, you know, like that becomes priority. You know, and, like,
Priorities,
there's
man.
kind of some things hopefully on the horizon as far as like streaming and stuff like that I'm trying to get involved with. So hopefully it happens. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
it's crazy. Like from when I saw you guys last, like a lot. It's changed.
Lots have gone on for sure.
Yeah.
Like fucking crazy, and it's like with Steve and Aiden, those guys are crazy. Like Aiden was watching Steve's video on his stream, you know, talking about it, and then when the part came up when he's giving me the Rolex, he's like, "I love that guy. He's a W," and it's like, man, these guys are like all in their 20s and just, you know, worth millions of dollars, and it's insane. Like, those are guys I look up to, man. You know, I wish I could, you know, be throwing $20,000, $30,000 a hand on blackjack and baccarat, just not giving a fuck, you know.
Buddy, you're entertaining. I'm telling you, you're entertaining. You have the it factor, so keep pressing, man. And you never know where it's gonna go. And same with like 100 episodes of this shit and all the TikToks and everything. I don't know where it's going, but I've met people like you, and I've made all these new connections. So you have no idea where the hell it's gonna lead to. So yeah, definitely keep.
That's what keeps me really going, man. Not really like monetarily, you know, like I make $50 a month on Twitter or whatever. Like I did get monetized, but you know, it's the people I meet from this shit, you know, like you know, I've met betting partners and like all kinds of smart people, and from like that's kind of how me and Steve kept in connection after Cabo was through Twitter and stuff. I had a phone number, but it was just his burner phone, and it went dead after a while. But then we were talking on Twitter, and just, you know, that's how things happen. And you know, I've gotten like little jobs and all kinds of shit from this. Like the
Great
past. I was like
content.
testing apps like 5 years ago, and like I wasn't making much money, but it was like I tried to do it. Actually, I quit on them because I was like, this is getting in the way of my gambling, you know, like, and like I'm not making much, and like, because like it was at the time I had to sign up for all these apps, right? And they wanted me to like test every app. So then there was apps I hadn't ever used, right? And so there's a $500 sign up, and they were like, well, we'll give you $20 to deposit in there and all that, and we'll reimburse you. But I can't do that. I got to do the full $500 sign up, you know, and get the full bonus. And so then I'm like, and then I lose that bet, and next thing I know, I'm like, I'm testing these shitty companies I don't even like. I'm losing money doing it. So like, this isn't the job for me, man.
No, and now look at you. You've transitioned into riding private jets to Nicaragua and partying with a bunch of babes and getting drunk, having a good time, living your life. I love it, dude.
Yeah,
You're an inspiration.
The private jet shit's crazy, just like going up there. And then plus, all Steve's friends, we just rolled up in like a Sprinter van, but the other Steve's friends that were on the jet and stuff, they rolled up in Lambos and shit.
Wild.
And like, yeah. It's like, dude, let me take this thing around the block, man.
Never come back.
Yeah,
all right, TBone. We don't want to take up any more of your time, but yeah, thank you so much, brother, for popping in.
Happy Memorial Day. Congrats to 100th.
Yeah.
Happy Memorial Day to you as well. And listen, if you can't make it in Vegas, I'll be sure to take care of Lefty's daughter for you.
Yeah. Tell her what's up, man. Tell her I miss her.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Peace.
Nice seeing you again, TBone.
Bring me on before 200, please.
I will.
All right, God bless.
Thank
Ciao.
you. Ciao.
Oh man, fucking TBone. What a guy. What a guy.
He would be dangerous to hook up with anyone.
Hey, you think? Sure. what a beauty. All right, Goffar, we got to keep rolling here. Our next guest is our most watched episode of the Always Betting podcast. It was episode 69, I believe. It was. No, 68, sorry. The most watched, hailing from another U.S. friend of ours. Hey, Antonino!
What's up, guys?
Antonino, ¿cómo stai?
Bene, tu? I feel a bit underdressed here. I just came in from my daily exercise, and here he's got a suit and a tie.
There you go.
The Godfather has to be the Godfather.
Appearance's sake. How you doing?
Life is good. Just busy with life, but life is good.
It's good.
Awesome,
good.
man.
Nice to see you again.
And welcome to episode 100. I can't believe we frickin' made it here. But you, sir, were our most listened to episode by far. Like, I think it by minimum doubled every other episode. So what do you think of that?
I was backstage and you were talking up the last guest, and I'm like, he got second? I hope I got first.
TBone was second of this season. There were a few others that did really well, and it's usually the more informative ones, like yours was. The amount of secrets you gave away that, I don't know, you told me you don't think they're secrets, but I thought they were.
The juicy ones I keep to myself.
Yeah. How's the season been? We know you're big. You run a betting syndicate. That's something that we discussed in the episode, and your podcast. Are you guys still doing your pod? I think so, right?
Yeah, we don't do it very often. But whenever we have time, it's hard for all of us to link up. Mike is busy. I got 2 little ones, and the betting keeps us busy. But no, betting is going okay. Rough couple of months, but other than that, everything else is going good. I got a bone to pick with you guys, though.
Uh-oh.
Whoa. I like how when you guys talk about some of the obscure markets, like it's not these markets. A lot of these markets that you guys are talking about are not obscure. It's just that the North America is very uneducated about them.
There you go.
I hear you guys talking about, Asian baseball. I mean, Pinnacle at Post takes $25K on Asian baseball.
That's wild.
And then tennis, for instance, American sports books, when somebody bets a tennis match, they get scared. They're willing to book a college basketball game, but what they don't realize, is that a tennis match has millions and millions of dollars bet on it. You know, if you ever look up Betfair and those type of markets out there. So it's they're not obscure. They're just unknown to the American
They're
populace.
obscure to us. We're gonna make the necessary changes.
But it's insane, you know, like these North American sports books, they have trouble booking a tennis match or an Asian baseball match, and they'll gladly take $5,000-$10,000 on a college basketball spread that's been heavily manipulated all day, across the the real sports books. It's kind of nuts.
It is wild. Okay, so now that we're on this topic, how can us, as the Great White Northerners here in Ontario, with all these sports betting outs, how can we maybe stay under the radar? Because as soon as the Godfather and I bet some of the stuff that our very intelligent friends send us and tell us to bet because there's value, it's
They
5, 6,
us.
7 bets. Yeah, they tell us to get lost.
It's hard. I don't really know how DraftKings or FanDuel's or any sports book for that matter really limits players, but somebody's got to know. But I really do think it's a lot of it's at random. I think a lot of it's when you click the bet, if that trader that day has had a bad day or he's actually paying attention, he might dig into your account. So, and it's also probably like a time of day that you're betting, right? Like if you, let's say you were betting while the NBA basketball card was kicking off or the baseball card is kicking off, maybe you go unnoticed. But if you're betting in the morning when nothing is happening or in the middle of the afternoon, those type of bets, they stick out more.
Yeah. Well, go ahead.
But no, it's really just I think once the betting populace in North America starts betting things like soccer and things like tennis and things like these, then it'll be more readily available for everybody, but like look at the WNBA, like this year, if you're betting the WNBA, it's more accepted than it was even last year.
Wow.
Because of the new rookies, and now it's more popular. Same thing with the college women tournament, like previous, like this. This year, like you could actually get some really good limits and get down many places, and in past years it was never like that. So I think it will just take time.
Yeah, I know MLS has been easier to get down on than it has in the past as well. MLS 100%. Has been fine. Yeah. And it really depends. Now, I do like one of the tips that you sent us. I don't know if you said it on the pod episode or maybe I reached out and asked you for advice like I have a few times when you said a really good habit to get into is never to send your bet to traders.
Yeah, you cannot.
Right? Exactly. So, keep it under the radar. If it's $200, it's $200. But anytime you cross that threshold and you have to send an alert, that's someone sitting at their desk and getting a pop-up essentially, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't bet on Bet365 anymore, but back in the day when we did, a lot of times when you bet, the system will tell you the trader has to check. So we would just not send it, and we would try to find the amount that they wouldn't check.
Yeah.
And it's not because we want to hide it. It's because if you let them see, then they're more likely to go and look into your account and see what you're doing. So it's better not to have any eyes on that kind of stuff. But
absolutely,
it's strange if they all had limits posted and you would know exactly what you could bet.
Yeah,
you would just bet, but that's not really how it works.
No,
there are a few sites out there. The Godfather can attest to this. He's a big fan of Bodog because Bodog gives you a max button that he learned. But a lot of them do
does it. Chris does it. I'm sure Circa does it. So it's
they're in a category of their own, right? You can't really. I don't know.
But do you guys know the real reason why they don't show the max bet?
No.
The real reason, I think, this is just my hypothesis, is they don't show the max bet because since not only do they limit winners, they also raise limits of losers.
Yeah,
true.
They don't want the losers to know that their limits have been raised. So I think that's
Okay.
my hypothesis why they don't show it. Because imagine if you're a guy who gets $10,000 on FanDuel and your buddy only gets 5,000. Like most of the times you're gonna think, oh, what's going on here? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So I think that's what they do it that way, but I'm not fully sure.
It could be. You know, sports books are dirty like that. I remember when I was coming up in the business, I mean, we had different stores for different players. So, you know, if you got profiled as a favorite player, well, your New York Mets are minus 145 that day. But if you were an underdog player, well, the New York Mets are only a minus 135. Right, and then we'd
That's
have people
interesting.
that had buddies and would call in and go, "What the fuck is it? What's going on?" Right? You have different lines here. You have to play stupid. Oh, there's a glitch in the system. You know, yeah. So sports books, it doesn't surprise me.
I actually never thought of that, but sports books do, you know, they limit players and they raise, you know, limits of, you know, losers or not even losers. You know, I remember at Pinnacle we used to have guys who had really high limits and they weren't per se losers. They were just like maybe small winners, maybe break-even players, but we still want their action.
Yeah.
You know, I remember we used to have a rich guy from England who would bet 250,000 pounds on any English Premier game, and he wasn't losing, he wasn't winning either. He was like, you know, it was fine, um, but you know, it's like if you don't cater to him, maybe he'll go and bet it somewhere else.
Yeah.
So if you can make money off of his bet, then why not take it?
Yep. No, that's definitely a great strategy, especially at that kind of volume. Holy cow! All right, Ant. I don't want to take up any more of your time, and we got a couple more people behind you here. But I thank you very much for doing this.
Thank
Great
you.
seeing you.
Have
Are we
fun.
going to see you in August?
No, but
No, you got the familia. He's got the familia
I
in
got
town.
family stuff, but
Yeah.
I'll be there next year.
All right.
All right, take
Good
care.
stuff, bro. All right.
Ciao,
Thanks for doing this.
Antonino.
Take
Ciao.
care. What a lineup. What an episode. The podcast's easy when you do this, right?
Yeah. Well, you got so far. You're 6 for 6. People better than us. So let's go. Keep it going.
Well, we're about to go 7 for 7 because this guy has been on 2 episodes with us. He is very knowledgeable in the football space, and he hails from Toronto. Any guesses, Godfather?
2 episodes. Is he a Bills fan?
He is.
No,
Go Buffalo!
There you go. There you go.
Gentlemen,
Goalie
what's going
Newbie
on?
in the house. How's it going,
How
bro?
you doing,
Thank
boys?
you. Thank you for joining us in episode 100 of the Always Betting Podcast.
It's amazing, guys. You guys are doing excellent work. Congratulations on 100. It's an honor to be here.
Thanks,
you.
dude. Yeah, well,
Great seeing you as usual.
Okay, Newman, you know what you're here for. What's going on in Buffalo?
Cool.
Newman is a season ticket holder for how many years now, Newman?
Since 08, so we're
Not
getting
bad.
on it here. Not bad,
Holy
right?
shit.
Sure,
Oh,
for
wait.
sure.
And the 2 episodes
Compliment.
that he was on he came on after the most successful game in Banfield Group history, the win game down in Buffalo. That's when you joined us in episode 15. And you also joined us after that brutal Minnesota comeback game
Oh.
in episode 56.
That's
You remember
right.
that, Godfather, when
Those
we were sitting
games
on
were
that perfect
very-
middle?
Oh.
Yeah. So
Everything was going so good until now.
it was
So
yeah,
to bring
that one,
back that memories for that one
Yeah.
there.
that
That's
one was
okay.
very, very painful. And I was just with Numi at the Buffalo Bills funeral this past season agast the Chiefs,
That's
where
right.
they
That's
probably
right.
should
We
have
got to
won.
keep you out of the home stadiums.
I think so. I am the mush. You know that. So what's going on with the Bills, bro? I'm seeing all these headlines that players are leaving and they're not replacing them with it. Who the hell is Josh Allen going to pass the ball to this season?
Yeah, we're doing targets by committee here this year.
Yeah.
You know, you get rid of your target monster and Diggs, and I think honestly, like, he's such a talent, but you know, time has kind of run its course there in Buffalo. He's really good for Allen. You know, start 4 years ago, got him on the map. If you look at his statistics, the last 8-9 games of the season, I think Buffalo was able to keep. Well, they kept him on the field, of course, but his targets were still, I think, 10 to 12 targets a game. He was only catching 2 or 3. You know, it was under 30 yards a ton. I mean, they found out how to win without him.
Yeah.
You know, they went on a late season run. And here's the thing in the NFL. Number 1 wide receivers are always divas. You know, it happens it happens on every team. Godfather, you know that probably firsthand more than anybody.
Hey, I lived, I survived Antonio Brown, so hello.
But exactly. But when you are starting to cause more headaches than you're probably worth, and they found a way to win without him, it's probably time to move on.
Yeah,
now,
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would say I am floored at the 31 million dead cap that they're taking. I think when they got the surprise cap bump, I think Bean said, you know what, this is easy. Let's do this now. I think the NFL gave every team a little bit of a cap bump there in March, and
it's across the board. So I mean, if there was a time to do it, this was the time, right? But I totally agree. Sorry, I was just going to say I totally agree that the timing for this separation was definitely right. And honestly, you don't even have to go too far back in recent history to see a Tyreek Hill leave Kansas City. And what has Kansas City done without Tyreek Hill?
Well, got back-to-back Super Bowls, right? As soon as he leaves, it's 2 more Super Bowls for Mahomes and crew there,
when
right?
Your best player is the quarterback, you have a chance to win, and I don't give a fuck who leaves or who comes.
No, and I mean, there's a bunch of players. There's a bunch of players they brought in. Really excited about Coleman.
He's a bit of a comedian,
Florida State. He is. Yeah. He is. You know, it'll work well in Buffalo. He likes the... he'll be a fan favorite pretty quickly there, as long as he produces, right? Like, he's a great fan favorite right now off the hop.
Same everywhere.
Coming into Buffalo.
Yeah.
If he drops the ball in a big moment, like Diggs deep down the field against KC, like you're toast. Like you got a lot of work to do in Buffalo to regain the fans there, right? But you got Curtis Samuel, you got MVS. Who knows about Chase Claypool? I don't know what that was about, but anytime you can get a talented receiver in there, and if you can get his head on straight, Josh Allen throws the football to anybody that's open. So if you can just run a route, and Allen is one of the best at finding time in the league, and defenses have to stay true to his legs. So you're going to be able to find space against any defense in the NFL, and Allen's going to be able to find you. So if you can just behave and play by the rules in Buffalo, because Sean McDermott's got that thing pretty tight there, and everybody is bought in. He's been the coach there for many, many years. So I hate to keep referencing Pittsburgh, but it's well documented. Tomlin and McDermott, they went to college together. They are built from this. They're from the same cloth, so they're going to run a tight ship. And both coaches are probably one of the longer tenure coaches in the NFL. So
no question.
if they can figure it out, by committee, I think I have full confidence in Allen to continue his dominance. I think we'll still see a good year. It's not going to be a runaway with the AFC East. If Rodgers is there, jury's still out on Tua going into another year. Who knows? But Dolphins are obviously right there.
Oh yeah.
And so it's a 3-horse race there. Like, all due respect to Patriots fans.
No respect. Do we like Patriot fans, Godfather? Do they?
Come on.
You're talking to a Buffalo fan. You know what?
I'm trying to get through one podcast out of 100 or the 75 that I've been involved with without losing my shit. So yeah, let's not talk about that kind of stuff. All right?
Okay, so Numi, before we let you go, for the fantasy junkies like myself, I don't follow the Bills very closely. I don't follow the league very closely, to be perfectly honest. I go in there 20 minutes before the draft, and I look at all the WR1. Who is the WR1 in Buffalo now?
I don't know if they have one.
Really?
You know what? The WR1 might be TE1. I think Dalton Kincaid is going to be right now probably the leader in the clubhouse before training camp. I honestly think Samuel's up there as well as the veteran. I'd like to think Coleman's there, but they really are reserved with rookies and throwing rookies out there. But I think you're kind of in a position, if you're Buffalo, you kind of got to trust a rookie in this position here. You don't have much else, but they have signed MVS. They have obviously Claypool. They've got a few other depth guys there, but those aren't your target guys. Like RB1 and Cook, he'll get a lot out of the backfield there.
Yeah.
So like I think your WR1 might not be a wide receiver position. I think you're looking at tight end and Kincaid. I think you're looking at Cook in the backfield, and then I think it's by committee, starting with Samuel, and then probably Coleman.
Is that Curtis Samuel?
Yes.
That's who we're okay, cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The old Carolina Panther, right? So
I guarantee you that on any Pisky fantasy team, Curtis Samuel is going to be there. I know the
you know what he's going to be. I think he's going to be a league winner. He's going to be a league winner. He's going to get like 7-8 touchdowns on like 800 yards. I don't know. It's going to be. He's always been reliable, right? Like if you got a quarterback, like he's had some decent years when healthy. Washington's been terrible, but he's always one of the guys right up top in the targets and yards.
He could be, he could be the target guy. One last thing, Numi. You sell some of your tickets, do you not?
I do.
Okay, so we'll do a little self promotion here. What you're on Twitter?
I am.
Are you on at Goalie Newman? Is
at Goalie Newman? That's right.
At Goalie Newman. All right. So if there's any people out there that want to go to a Buffalo Bills game, hit up at Goalie Newman on Twitter. Maybe you guys can align. And where are your tickets? They're behind one of the end zones, right?
They are. Yeah, it's right underneath the scoreboard.
Okay.
So it's great end zone seats.
So there you
I
go.
love that area. Very passionate fan base back there, right?
All the real fans are there, right?
Taking Numi's tickets is one thing, but what you really got to do is go to a football game with this guy. I was there. If you follow me on social media, I didn't post as much as I should have because I was trying to enjoy it. But man, oh man, this guy knows how to throw a tailgate. He's organized. He knows exactly what parking lot. He knows exactly what to bring for the grill. Footballs. What do you call them? Koozie gloves that you
Koozies,
let me borrow.
Yeah.
Oh man, incredible.
Yeah, those knitted gloves for the winter. They're great.
The best. The best. All right, dude. Thank you very much for popping in here. You're a great guest. I know the Godfather really loves shooting the shit about football, something other than just betting. So, yeah, we really appreciate you coming in.
Anytime, guys. Anytime. I really appreciate it. Hopefully the Bills can it's every season it's a new wild ride. So maybe we'll see you again soon.
Yes, sir. And let's do a Jays game this summer. Let's organize it with Ant and Floydie, and let's get all the boys together and go to the Jays game.
Yeah, we got to get the Godfather there too.
And the Godfather,
we got to get the whole crew. We got to get the whole crew. Well, thank you guys for having me. Congratulations on 100, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Awesome.
All the best, guys.
Thanks, Newman. Ciao,
all
ciao.
the best, Newman.
Oh, that guy knows how to talk football.
Yeah,
he's good.
Definitely sharp.
Yeah. And I like how he chirps you on Twitter when you start to get a little mouthy. He puts you in your spot.
Nobody puts me.
All right,
anywhere.
Godfather, we have one more guest.
One more guest.
This guest was on episode 69 of last year. This was right before we took our break last year, and he was the second most listened to episode in Always Betting. Of our journey here. Any guesses?
Well, you're confusing me because you said 69 with Antonino.
Antonino was 68. This is 69.
Ooh, Antonino, and then
from New Jersey.
Oh, the big dog.
The big dog. That's right.
Spanky.
Spanky. What's going on, brother?
Yo, what's up, fellas? Thanks for having me on. I'm with my boy Dom here from Vegas.
What's up, Dom?
How you doing? Good.
My boy Dom is a lead guy at the Legacy Club in Vegas.
Whoa.
Put it back. Yeah, I recognize him. That's right.
Solid.
Yes. Mr. Cocktail. Yeah.
Yeah,
yes.
That is
awesome,
a
man.
solid outfit over there, that's for sure.
What's going on, Spank? You guys out having a couple of pops, celebrating episode 100? Is that what's going on there?
Absolutely sorry I'm late to the party. Me and Dom were having a few too many, but we're chilling right now. Congratulations on 100th episode. Respect to you and the Godfather for doing this. What a milestone.
Thank you
Cheers,
so
buddy.
much, man.
Thank you very much, and thank you for sneaking us in. You got we got you for a couple minutes here. Why don't we talk about what's going on in Vegas in August?
Listen, it's Bet Bash. If you guys come to Bet Bash, my man right here, you go up to the Legacy Club, he's going to hook you up lovely.
Yes.
Tell him, Dom.
Oh, man, it's amazing. It's the biggest event that we do all year. We
I
are
believe
at
it.
capacity. There's girls that hang out. There's guys. It's insane. It's insanity.
Yo, there's girls that hang out. That's
We just had TBone on, and TBone said he's on the fence. He's not sure. He's on private jets these days, going to Nicaragua and shit like that. And I told him that if he needs someone to step up and sit with Lefty's daughter this year, I'm happy to fill that role for him.
He's gonna be there. T-Bone's the kind of guy, if he saw a slot machine and a hot blonde 10 out of 10, he'd fucking think about going with the slot. He's on a different level.
Yes, that's right.
Yo, this is the spot. Tell him, Dom.
Yeah.
It's the best bar in all of Nevada. You're 60 floors in the sky. All you see is fireworks and bright lights, and you get the greatest cocktails. You get the greatest people. And it's
Absolutely.
It's all high class stuff.
Yo, this guy fucking entered contests, fucking top fucking 100, and he's top 30 in the world, my man. This is the real deal type shit.
Yeah, that's impressive.
2 bartenders, myself and another guy, we were top 30 in the country for the world's largest cocktail competition. It takes a whole year to do it, and nobody else in Vegas is doing what we're doing. So.
That's incredible, man.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
Top
I
drawer
think
spot, that's for sure.
No, Legacy Club makes Bet Bash, honestly,
100%.
especially because we'll let everyone in on a secret, Spank. The unofficial after party every single night of Bet Bash is up on the 60th floor overlooking the city of Las Vegas.
100%. And you know who's making those best drinks? My man right here.
It's not a one-day thing. It's a 4 or 5 day thing,
Awesome.
Beautiful.
I can't
All right.
wait. The Godfather last year had his daughter doing something. What was it?
Yeah, it was her 16th birthday. Yeah.
Sweet 16. Well, you know what? 17 ain't that sweet. It's time to come to Bet Bash, brother.
You got it. You got
My
it.
daughter just turned 17, got a driver's license. I'm pulling my hair out, Godfather. How do you do this?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
He's already beat you to that, Spank.
Yeah,
He's
yes.
been pulling out his hair for years.
For
She's not
25
even
years.
home ever. I don't even know where she's going half the time.
Oh, man.
My wife got her on Life 360, that app, and she just watches a fucking dot move all over the place. She don't even know. I just see her going on roads and shit. It makes me nervous.
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
That is awesome. All right, Spank, we're going to let you get back to the party. I just want to ask you one question. How did you and the crew do this football season? You guys have a good year?
Yo, that's like asking if there's a bear shit in the woods. Come on, piss.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
know we do our thing. Oh, I'm doing this shit. That's what we do, baby. You know that.
Yeah.
I know. I just wanted you to play it up a little bit for our
Yeah.
listeners and
I
viewers.
don't
Like, these guys are
I
real.
don't like Barry Horowitz patting myself on the back, but if I have to do something,
Yeah.
I'm not afraid. You know
That's
what I'm
it.
saying? But yo,
You
I can't wait to see you guys in August. You guys
Be there.
run a great podcast. And Pisky, everyone hates on your fucking positivity. I'm a big fan of that shit. Stay fucking positive. Stay real, my man. Fuck all those haters, those
Yeah.
fucking Phone Capone, Keystone, keyboard warriors. These guys, if they ever fucking met you face to face, they would be like fucking kittens. They don't know shit.
Wow.
Stay
You're right.
fucking positive and stay true, bro. Mad respect.
Thank you, Spank. Thank you,
Coming-
Dom. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us, and I'll just add, Spanky, coming from you, that you keep people in line on X daily. Power to you.
Bro, all
Daily.
these people talk shit, but if they ever saw me in my face, they'd fucking fall down like fucking little bitches, bro. You know the deal.
I know.
That's
We
they
know
do.
what
They
time
talk
it is.
So much shit. They type all this shit, but everybody in my fucking face ain't gonna talk shit, Godfather.
No,
Just like
no
if they're in
chances.
your face, they ain't saying shit.
Then,
If they're in my man Dom's face, you think they're gonna say shit to my man Dom?
No, they're big smiles and big tips. That's what they're doing with Dom.
I love it.
Great.
All right, boys. Nice seeing you guys. We'll see you in August. Thanks for doing
Salute.
this.
Congrats, guys.
Thank
Ciao.
you. Ciao.
Thank you.
Peace.
Wow.
Well,
What
let
an
me tell
exit. What an exit.
I was just about to say you saved Primo for last. That's for sure.
Fuck, I thought I
Oh.
brought like all the drinks to the table, but it seems like those guys
man.
were into one. They're
Spanky,
having a good time.
all iced out. Woo.
I love it. I love it. I love it. What a way to end episode 100. Godfather, we did it.
Yeah,
Can you believe
man.
it? You
Well,
look
you know
exhausted.
what? It's when you at the beginning of the podcast you brought up the date of the first one. I mean, we've been at this then for almost 3 years.
3
You know,
years.
when you work in a reprieve, a hiatus, trying to regroup and stuff, like, that's, and let me say, to our listeners, this shit doesn't come together very easily. And I want to say unequivocally, it does not come together. I have nothing to do with it coming together. That's all the Pisk. That's all Mr. Positivo. I mean, he's good at what he does. He really cares about his podcast. I show up just to yell. I show up just to...
They appreciate that, trust me, G.
to be a wingman. And that's my specialty, but... it ain't easy, so really, the kudos need to go to you because I know how much work you put into it, and it's tough. I know sometimes you are really struggling with trying to put together some content, trying to put together people, and I mean, like,
There's stress.
you put together a great lineup for this 100th episode.
This was amazing.
But
this was my favorite episode by far. Like, we've had some good ones along the way, and we've given some great information. But to see all these people take time out of their day to come on and say hello, and what I want to give kudos to, I have a list of all the other guests. Like, obviously we couldn't bring anyone on or everyone on. This would have been a 4-hour episode, right?
Yeah, because I was just going to interject and say, like, the 7 you brought on were fantastic, obviously. I mean, Spanky, Fulldog, Wiked, Luna, you know what I mean? Like, TBone, right? But, I mean, think of all the other people. Think of all the other people we've had. You could have done another podcast. You could do a 100 part 2. And you could bring on Antonino. I mean, hello, Antonino. Are you kidding me?
Big shout outs, because I know there's probably quite a few of you guys watching here, so big shout outs, plus EV, even though you embarrass us.
Shalom!
Plus EV was supposed to come on, but he had other plans or something that came up, so he texted me early this morning.
Plus EV,
it's a shame because he's solid and a very smart individual. So kudos to him. He was on for a couple episodes, and thank you for coming on. Adam Chernoff was on in the early days. Great guy. I just missed hanging out with him in Calgary last time I was there. Awesome dude. Shout out to him. Matt Landis from the Props and Hops podcast out of California. He joined us when we were in Vegas. Shout out to him. I always like to spend time. He always brings beers. He's a big beer guy. Always brings beers to Bet Bash. So I'm looking forward to that. Who else do we got here? DMM1V Mike, the Circa Quarter champion. He would have been a great guy to bring on to just see how his life has changed since that massive win at Circa, right? So that's another one.
He's a champ.
He's a champ.
No one can take that away from you.
No. Shout out to Mike. Another one of our very popular episodes. I should have got this guy on there. Adam Beaglebets.
Yeah.
Adam's a big friend of ours.
He
was my buddy at Bet Bash, hanging out the whole time, and Very nice dude, very easy to interact with, very smart. So I can't wait to see him. Hopefully he'll be there in August. And then we had episode 97 or 87, sorry, Jeffrey Benson.
Yeah.
GRP wins,
GRP,
George from Chicago. Like, that was just hilarious. So thank those two.
And that's what I mean. Like, that's your brainchild. You brought the two polar opposites in the betting space together, almost like it was a peace offering or something. It was fantastic.
Yeah, that was phenomenal. So thank you to those two for coming on. Yeah. And Tabitha from STX in episode 95, the first female of the Always Betting podcast. She did a great job. Tabitha comes to Toronto tomorrow. She's going to be here for that
betting
meetup. Yeah. Godfather, if you're available, come on down. Proline John is in as well. So, I don't know. Check your schedule. And last but not least, the Great One episode at Vegas Horse Pools. Our buddy Scotty from Las Vegas. I think that rounds up all of our guests in total. I think there were a total of 16 over 100 episodes.
Good job.
Obviously, a lot of them were like repeat guests, and there's a lot more, right? There's a lot more. You'll get to meet a lot of them at Bet Bash, Godfather. A lot of great people, a lot of smart people that we can learn so much off of. And that takes me to the thing I want to talk about last. Where does it go from here? So we mentioned briefly, I think at the very beginning when the Fulldog was on, that the Godfather and I have had minor, I want to highlight minor conversations about keeping this thing going, but changing it up a little bit and doing that kind of like entertainment episode once a week where we join the Circa Millions pool down in Las Vegas, where you have to make 5 picks, and you guys remember I did it with the bingo machine. I'm not doing that again.
I beg you. The world says, please, no more.
Dude, you got to throw mud at the wall. That was an attempt to do something. It didn't work out, and it was so painful, especially once I knew that it was never going to work on either side. It wasn't going to lose out. It wasn't going to win out.
At least if it would have lost outright, you could have got the booby prize. It fucking wouldn't even do that.
Brutal. So we're not doing the bingo machine next year. The Godfather and I have kicked around the idea of doing a 10-minute episode every week to come to a consensus, which would be like pulling teeth, because if you guys know me, and I think you do by now if you've been following the pod, I am an all dog goes to heaven kind of better. I always like the underdogs, and the Godfather's the complete opposite. He likes the favorites. So that would be challenging. So
we cannot possibly agree on shit. How are we going to agree on 5 picks?
That's one of our ideas. Another idea is I feel like I maybe keep you guys here a little bit too long. I know we shorten the episodes. Obviously, this one's bigger because we had so many guests.
Yeah.
But I know that the goal was to keep everyone here for max an hour, and we started to go over that a little bit. I think I would like to shorten it even more and make the episodes very specific. We're dealing with this problem, and this is why we're dealing with it, and so people could learn it, or this is how we solve the problem, or maybe stories, like individual stories, one story, not like an episode of 6 stories, right? So it's just easier to Google search, easier to build the following, easier to put us on the map. Anyways, I'm just spitballing here. That's where my mind is right now. But this is the point where I'm going to ask you guys to comment below, to send me DMs, to send the Godfather DMs, recommendations.
No, don't send me shit. Send.
What do you love? What do you hate? What do you think we can improve on? We're not perfect. We realize that. But yeah, what do you see in the podcast that shouldn't change? Right? Is it me and the Godfather talking about how bubbly espresso doesn't belong on this planet at Starbucks?
It does not. It does not.
Just any type of feedback is very vital in this moment, because this is where we're going to take a break, we're going to recalibrate, and we're going to come out stronger and better than ever. So obviously the obvious question here is, will you guys be returning? I can guarantee you this. If we're betting, we'll be talking.
Yeah.
Okay? So that is my guarantee to you. But I've always said I will never do the Always Betting podcast if I'm not #always betting. That's fair. There's no
That's
way I
fair.
could keep it up, right?
That's fair.
So-
We're not fake. We can't be fake.
No. This is as real as it gets, and I hope you guys appreciate that, because that's something that I've put a lot of effort into bringing to the podcast, is that this is our day. This is really us. When the Godfather and I are talking back and forth here, it's like you guys are eavesdropping on a personal conversation of ours.
We have 3 of those conversations a day. So I mean, whatever.
and you get to listen in on one of them. So if we're going to be betting, I'm confident that we'll be talking. But if we make the decision for whatever reason, maybe I blow up and become a TikTok star for making like cool dances on TikTok instead of talking about betting. I don't know. Maybe the Godfather blows up with all those espresso reviews that people keep asking for. That is a summer project of mine. I want to build up his account and see if there's anything there that we could potentially monetize, because he's still on me for this monetization thing. I don't know. But no, this is all going to get better. There's a big to-do list for the off season that I plan on, making all of this, all the content bigger and better with the help of Robin. Robin's been a big help. She's going to be watching this. It's, oh my God, 1 hour and 35 minutes. You guys killing me, but Robin's done a great job, and I'm still learning how to work with help. I've never had help doing any of this.
No,
so.
you're terrible with help.
No, it is. Well, you saw how hard our betting thing was at the beginning. But yeah, no, I plan on cleaning it up a lot. And again, getting some of this merch available to you guys, so you can pick up a t-shirt if you want, or pick up a hat. A lot of my hockey buddies love the hats. Like, there's just honestly a list that long that I want to accomplish. And again, the guides that are coming out, I almost have my middling and arbitrage guide ready. That'll be just an easy click in the bio, and it'll be free. You can click on it and free. And these are things that I've used for the last 13 years in sports betting. So I'm sure someone will feel some value there. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that sums it all up pretty good. Godfather, thank you.
No
honestly,
problem.
Dude, I couldn't do this without you. There's no way.
It's been a pleasure to take an hour a week and just go off on shit, I guess.
I love that. I've loved that for a very long time. And honestly, it's been fun. It's been a pleasure. I can't believe we made it to 100. That was a goal of ours.
That was
and
a goal.
There's a few times I wanted to put up the white flag and wave it.
No.
And you said, Pisk, when we start something, we finish something.
No. 100 was going to happen no matter what. And here we are. And absolutely, what we start, we finish. If it sucks, we're men. We're men. We're men of respect. We say, this sucks. We're not doing it anymore. But I don't think we're there yet. We did 100 episodes, some better than others. But I think the baseline was entertaining all the time, informative, and for our audience. And that's the thing. There's multiple different levels of audiences out there. We're not for the math people. We're not for the douchebag people. We're not for the we know more than you people. No, we're for the beginners. We're for people that may be curious about the sport, or even have just a normal interest in sports wagering.
Exactly.
We can, I know for sure that, you were big on being informative and helping people on the do's and don'ts. And I think over the course of 100, you, the Fulldog, me, all the plethora of guests, all the plethora of guests that you've brought on have done that. And I'm surprised that you have 10 people listening. And I know you have, I know we have a lot more.
It's wild. It really is. And yeah, thank you to all of you. Thank you to all of you. Truly. This is a very tough journey because, they say it's not losing, it's learning. but it's tough because it's numbers on a screen, right? So if you go through a period where you're not growing, you start doubting yourself. Are we doing the right thing? And there's a lot of emotion that goes into content creation, man. There really is, and it's not easy. But I thank each and every one of you for hanging with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Putting your comments in, giving us the encouragement, commenting here and there, just everything. It really means a lot, and I'm glad that a lot of you have told us that we've learned. There's a lot of learning opportunities, because that's what we're here for. But we're also here to entertain you. I don't think just talking about the foundation of sports betting and this, that, and the other, I don't find that very interesting at all. So I like to mix it up in The Godfather, and again, we have plans to potentially do that going forward. So
absolutely,
stay tuned.
At a minimum, watching me and you trying to agree on 5 football games.
I think we have to do that.
I
think we have to do that one. Even if it just becomes an entertainment podcast from here going forward, I'm cool with that. But man,
I see people tuning in for that.
Yeah, I think, and I think we would just have a lot of fun doing it, honestly. And that's what it's about. It's really about what we're comfortable with and what we want to share with the world. Something like that, I think, would be fucking hilarious. So I think you can almost guarantee that, and especially, again, anyone who watches this, anyone who is familiar with the podcast or any of the content that I do, Bet Bash, August, I think it's 6 to 9. We'll probably be there 5 to 10. Come down, say hello. We're waiting for you. We want to meet each and every one of you. The Godfather and I will have a couple Negronis, not too many, because I'm a lightweight these days, but the espresso will be flowing. That little spot in Cirque, I'm sure, will get to know us on a first name basis. Yeah. And we look forward, and have a great summer, everyone. That's the important part here. Have a great summer. The Godfather and I have agreed to pump the brakes on betting as well a little bit, just to enjoy some time away from the screens. And we have some trips planned, and working on other projects and whatnot. So it'll be nice to step away and then get back into the juice in August at Bet Bash.
Sounds like it. Sounds like a plan.
All right. Any last words? Are we good?
I think we're good. I think
what an episode.
I'm really happy the way it turned out, and I think it was nice to see the people that you rounded up show up, and
for sure, G.
It's about family, and that's the way you treat all those people, and that's good. That is the way you're supposed to be.
You taught me that. All right, everyone.
Cheers.
We'll catch you soon. Thanks for tuning in. Episode 100.
We did it.
We did it.